In a big green jungle, there used to live a fox and a stork. They were both neighbors. The fox was very cunning and selfish. One day he invited his neighbor, the stork, to dinner at his house. The stork was surprised by the invitation, but happily accepted. That evening, the stork went to the fox's home and knocked on the door with his long beak. The fox opened the door and invited the stork inside. The stork could smell the delicious soup that the fox had prepared. The stork was very hungry. The fox kept the stork waiting for a long time so that the stork is hungry even more. Afterwards, he served soup for dinner slyly in shallow bowls. Since it was a shallow bowl, it was easy for the fox to eat it all. But poor stork could not have any of it. The dish was too shallow for his long beak to drink the soup. The poor stork smiled politely and left hungry. Determined to teach the fox a lesson, the stork invited the fox for dinner the following week. When the fox arrived at the stork's house, he smelled something delicious cooking. The fox thought the stork is not as sly and cunning as he is. He thought the stork will not fool him. As he was thinking about the food, the stork walked in with two large tall jars filled with stew. The fox was tempted, but as soon as he tried to taste the stew, his mouth got stuck in the neck of the bottle jar. The stork easily drank the stew by putting his large beak inside the jar, and the fox could only lick the rim of the pot and sniff the food. Much as he didn't want to, the fox had to admit that he had been outsmarted, and he had to go home with an empty stomach. Moral. The moral of the story: the fox and the stork is to treat others as you wish to be treated. In the story, the fox plays a trick on the stork by serving food in shallow dishes, which the stork cannot eat. When the stork later serves food in a tall, narrow jar that the fox cannot reach, the fox learns the consequences of his actions. This teaches that thoughtfulness and respect for others go a long way, and being unkind or deceptive often backfires.